Now that's a way to start a stream. Now that's a way to start a stream if I ever said so. What? We're off to spectacular start. I'm having trouble with words. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. So this is our Anim8orkid Q&A live stream, monthly Q&A live stream, January 5th, 2020. We were having some technical difficulties a few minutes ago. My webcam was not working, but I'm live now, and you can again come join us and ask any questions about Star Trek, the state of the channel, what I thought about the new Star Wars movie. We'll get some more people rolling in here in a minute, and pardon me, but I'm also eating dinner. So forgive me if I have to pause every now and then. But yeah, it does feel good to be back. Is your... Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure your internet connection is okay, because mine hopefully should be. Everything looks like it's going smoothly, I guess. Testing the connection here. Can you hear anything?
You sound great.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me listen to it. Hey, that's pretty good. That's crisp, nice and crisp.
7 minutes late, and Triangle students finally made it to 1.
I tell you what, there you go. Well, I mean,
what's up, team?
Yeah. Excuse me. I was actually 5 minutes late. No, but yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome for what is okay. We did September, October, November, December. This is our fifth live stream. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Triangulum, don't beat yourself up. Don't be so hard on yourself. This is the second one you've made it to. You finally made it to your second one. That's all right. So, but I know what you mean. Well, you're here now, so that's good. 5th episode on the 5th, exactly. And it's 2020. How does everybody feel about that? New year, new you. Again,
decade goals.
Decade goals. Again, first of all, apologies for my eating on camera. I can't help it. I'm hungry. But decade goals. Well, wow. If we're thinking about the whole decade, I would love to have a feature film released in theaters that I wrote and or directed and or co-produced. I think that's doable.
Yeah.
If not this decade, then early next decade, but we can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
For this decade, I'd like to grow my online presence. I'd like to grow my business. I'd like to be able to have financial stability, mm-hmm. which is, we'll see how that pans out. Just all those things. Thank you, White Elephant, for saying that I can eat all I want, because I'm going to go get another slice of pizza. And so, sorry to leave so quickly, so early in the stream, but Sarah, if you can keep an eye on the chat while I'm gone.
Definitely.
You want anything else?
I'm full.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back, and I'll try to be back as soon as possible.
Let's see here. Goodness. Oh, yeah. Ignore how bad all this looks. Favorite pizza. Anything with meat on it, I think. I'm not sure when. I think it's time to drop the F word now that he's gone. Yeah. I thought I was coming back for a second. I'm hearing things. It's fine. Oh, here he comes.
You took over.
I stole your spot.
Stole my spot.
In the comfortable chair.
All right. How does it feel to be front and center now. Has anybody asked any interesting questions?
Well, my elephant said.
I can't. It's too far away. What does it say?
It said it's time to drop the F-bomb that you're gone.
Oh, okay.
And I swear you guys have some of the best live streams of all time. Thank you.
Really? You don't have to. You don't have to lie to us. No, thank you. We really do try. I mean, the fact that we've kept this up for, 5 months in a row is impressive to me, honestly. And I appreciate that you find value in these, even though there's a lot of dead space, but maybe not as much. Maybe since I'm the one talking, I'm critical of myself. But
what are your future plans for Trek content on the channel?
I'm so glad you asked, because the 2020 decade is going to revolutionize they can't even see me. That's okay. The 2020 decade is going to revolutionize Star Trek content on this channel. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. So I have a video about Greek mythology, and so like Apollo from the original series episode, Who Mourns for Adonis, his relationship with the characters and just the Greek gods there, how they came to be as an alien civilization, because I think that's an interesting take the Star Trek universe has, that they're like real beings. So it's going to be another video essay. I also have more map content. So we've been building solar systems in Universe Sandbox, on Steam, and
How many do we have now?
It's got to be like around a dozen at this point. Maybe a few.
Maybe more than that.
Maybe more than that. But Kronos, Bajor, Cardassia, Vulcan, Alpha Centauri, all of them, and we're expanding out. So.
Thoughts on Star Wars 9?
Yeah, so
he liked it.
I liked it, and so we actually the reason the green screen is up is we just got through shooting a review of the new films, the new trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and I liked it. Episode 7 is still my favorite of those three, and it's also one of my favorites in the entire series overall. I think it's actually my third favorite Star Wars film, period.
Yeah.
Force Awakens. I didn't like The Last Jedi. I shared a lot of the same kind of criticisms that many people had with it. Rise of Skywalker, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't think I think it's narratively not as strong as the others. I think there are some areas where even The Last Jedi is better in terms of execution and directing. Because Rian Johnson made a beautiful film. It's not very well written, in my opinion, but the way it deals with themes and everything, whereas this one is just boom, 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 straight action. The pacing's really off, but I appreciated a lot of it. I still like it better than Last Jedi. So she shares the opposite opinion.
Yeah.
So, are you safe from COPA at FTC, where your content might interest kids? Okay, since heavily movie based. So I'm glad you asked that. It's an interesting question. So a few weeks ago, I actually had to go through my channel and rate all of my videos as either made for kids or not made for kids.
Hang on. Ooh, okay.
What has happened?
No, just be careful. No spoilers in the chat, please.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. Okay. Loved it. Thanks, the best one. Thank Pal. No. Yeah. Okay.
No, you're good. Just hang on.
Don't worry. Just don't read that. Wing it. I'm sorry. It's taking me a minute to catch up to everything that's going on.
No, you're good. Do you want your seat back?
Yeah. But I think I'm going to keep this turned so they can see both of us, because I think that's a welcome development on these live streams, contrary to what you might think. I like it. We're on camera together. We do our video essays on camera together. So
you can see me. Oh God, now I have to like.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it has that vignette thing.
I think that's just the edge of the camera. The camera might have been. It's not straight in the case for the laptop.
Yeah, I did drop this a few years ago.
That's probably why.
New viewers joining us, thank you for joining us. Sorry you have to watch me eating, but it's that time of day. But no, this is our monthly Animator Kid Q&A live stream. We're talking about Star Wars Episode 9. No spoilers in the chat, please. And also, you can ask us anything about the channel, Star Trek, Star Wars, anything. Okay.
Is World War III going to happen?
Oh, he retracted that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not, but maybe. That's my short answer.
I thought they made Kylo Ren a million times better. I agree. I mean, the stuff with him in it is probably the best part.
I agree. I think he's been really good throughout the entire trilogy. I think he's actually been consistently a great villain. He was one of my favorite parts of The Last Jedi. I actually didn't mind the scenes with Rey and Luke in The Last Jedi because they distracted from things like Canto Bight and, just elements that I really thought were distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rey. I think Rey had a lot of potential, and I really do like her character throughout all these films. I think they could have done more to develop her. I know JJ set up the mystery box in episode 7, but no, this has been these movies are watchable for sure.
Yeah.
And one of them is really good. One of them two of them, in my opinion, are okay. It's varying low. You have to watch our review when we put it out, which will hopefully be soon, within the next few days, I guess. It won't take long to put that together. Every time I watch Last Jedi, I skip all the non-Rey parts. It makes it a lot better. There you go. I actually was watching it for the first time the other day in preparation for Rise of Skywalker, just so I could get caught up. And yeah, I maybe when we watch it again, we'll probably skip Canto Bight because at the very least, because that's just I can't. And I didn't mind Rose actually in that film either. Her character had some annoying parts, just like, but everybody in that film was kind of off, I think, in one way or another.
What was I doing? Oh.
We got 5 viewers up in here. Every time the view count goes up, I worry that the first thing that they're seeing is me eating. All right, I'm gonna quit complaining about that because everybody's saying it's okay.
It's fine that you're eating.
I know. Okay, White Elfin says, I like how they limited the Rose screen time. Yeah, Rose is an interesting case. I'm assuming he's talking about in Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. She may as well have just not even been in it. She was in it so little, honestly. Either that or give her like a major role. But I feel like a lot of people may have seen that as kind of overcompensating or I don't know. The whole situation's weird. This trilogy, one of the biggest problems that we pinpointed is the fact that they didn't really have a roadmap to begin with. They didn't plan out the arc of all 3 stories from the beginning. JJ came in and he made The Force Awakens as a single film, and then Disney handed it to Rian Johnson, said do your thing. He did his thing with mixed results, and then everybody got mad, and so they brought JJ back, and it's been a mess. Again, there are parts of this trilogy that I really think are fun to watch. Basically, all of The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Without going too deeply into some of what we talked about in our review, you can watch it. Thought Lando was useless. Yeah, he didn't do. There was no reason for him to be there.
Fan service.
Yeah. Do you got Disney Plus?
We have a free trial of
Disney Plus. Yeah. So we're gonna watch The Mandalorian because everybody's raving about it. And yeah, when does your free trial end?
A few days from now, so might want to hop to that.
But didn't you say it's your family?
It's not mine. It's my sister's.
Yeah, it's your sister's. So do you think she'll pay for it?
She might. I'm not sure.
Well, yes, quite. Wow. I got an email. All right, Little Caesars Pizza Portal. Your pizza's ready. It's 6:14. I picked it up at 5:40.
Not even there, yeah.
That was weird. All right, I share on Twitter. I need to, before I forget, I need to do the live stream, post the link and everything on my social media. The Rise of Skywalker more than Endgame. Oh, I don't know about that, son. I don't know about that, son. I think Endgame. And see, I like Infinity War the best of all of the Marvel movies. I think it's art, and I don't care.
More than Infinity War?
I don't care what Martin Scorsese says. that film is art. Endgame is really fun, and I'm glad it exists, and it's almost as good as Infinity War. I don't think any of these Star Wars films, especially Rise of Skywalker, is as good as that. I mean, because the thing about Disney's handling of Marvel, they had a lot more time that they spent planning it out and building up to it. So this finale with Endgame feels more earned, whereas the Rise of Skywalker does feel rushed, in my opinion. Again, I gave it a 6 out of 10 actually when I saw it, and I stick by that. That probably will change as time goes on, and as I watch the other films and possibly watch Rise of Skywalker again. But yeah, I
can't read your name.
Endgame's better.
Hi.
Hi, Charcademy. Welcome to the live stream. Ask Us Anything. This is our monthly Q&A live stream. Ask Us Anything about the channel, Star Wars, Star Trek, politics, preferably the former 3. I'd like to... I'm not... Okay, I will answer political questions, but let's not make the whole live stream political. I want to talk about movies. I like talking about that much more because politics is exhausting these days.
Especially these days.
Yeah. I'm going to sneak into episode 9 after paying to see Clint Eastwood's movie. They owe me a Star Wars rebate. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
White Elephant. I probably feel that way since I'm a Star Wars junkie. Yeah. That makes sense. But I think you liked Endgame. You gave Endgame a 7, right?
Oh, God. Yeah.
And that's actually what I gave it as well. But you gave Rise of Skywalker, and this is, we expound upon this in our reviews, but you gave Rise of Skywalker a 5, actually.
Yeah.
So, again, those are only a difference of 2, but not, I think we both would agree that the handling of Marvel property has gone over significantly better than Star Wars. Disney's handling of Star Wars. We'd have made it this far without getting political. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind answering political questions, but this channel has always been movie oriented. I started it back in 2013 when I was a wee lad. I was 14 at the time. I'm turning 15, and I made Anim8orkid as a launching platform for my feature film. It Just Might Work, which you can watch on my channel if you have 84 minutes to spare at any point over the next lifetime, as long as the YouTube servers are still running. Right. But yeah, short films are what I've always been passionate about, or just filmmaking in general. The political stuff has kind of bobbed and weaved, come in and out.
I mean, I don't know what...
A wee lad.
Yeah, I don't know what Spider-Man's future is, honestly.
I was actually watching Matt Pat's video that he did, is this film theory that he did about Spider-Man a few, I guess, days or weeks ago. Is that you?
No. I was looking at that.
Okay. And he basically was talking about the current deal that Disney and Sony have is very similar to the arrangement that they had up to now, where Tom Holland, his Spider-Man, that character had a 5-film deal more or less. So it was Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, and Far From Home. And so the contract was up for renewal in 2019, I guess, because it had run out. So, and you may know this already, people that I'm speaking to, but just to fill everybody else in, Disney and Sony renegotiated their deal. There was a period of like a few days where Spider-Man was temporarily out of the MCU because they couldn't come to an agreement, but Disney got him in a little Mickey Mouse chokehold. Woohoo! And they have a new agreement where Disney is going to finance like 25% of future Spider-Man movies and take away, I forget the numbers, the ratio. Disney owns all of the marketing for Spider-Man because they own Marvel Entertainment in whole. The film rights are split between, so Sony is basically, leasing out, or renting out Spider-Man to Disney, and they are taking on 25% of the risk for future films. Let's see what else. So I don't know. There's a new movie coming out in 2021, I think. So we'll see where we go from there. But hopefully more stuff like Into the Spider-Verse, which I think is also getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, it better.
All right. Did you watch the Star Wars cartoon? I am so sorry. We forgot to. Okay, let me actually add that to my my watch later. I'm so sorry. This has been the busiest month.
It has.
I mean, we were finishing up school. I've been working. I've been doing stuff for this channel. I have stuff lined up elsewhere. We've been filming stuff. We've been trying to get some reviews out.
We've been out of town.
went out of town. My car broke down. That's a whole story. I could get into that if anybody's curious. And I'll catch up on the chat in a minute. But let me add your film. 4 minutes. Zoinks. That's right. Yeah, 4 minutes. All right. Let me add that. Okay. My browser is acting up. Hold on just a second. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and go on your channel, mate, and we'll get it all squared away. Yeah, sorry about that. I really am sorry about that. We'll try and get it in. No problem. What happened to the car? I'll answer that in a second. Let me see what else. Spider-Man wasn't going anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I think they've handled him really well. The agreement that they have. Go ahead and add this to watch later. If I can. Hold on. Address, add to watch later. I hate the new YouTube layout. It is just so counterintuitive and not user-friendly at all.
Will you be watching Picard?
Yes, we'll get a CBS All Access free trial when the series comes out. I don't know if we'll wait until the season has already, because I guess they're going to release the episodes weekly and not all in one, although they might.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But yeah, I plan on watching Picard. I want to see how they handle that. Have a 77 Nova if I need a new one. I appreciate that. I am in the market right now. I'll explain what happened in a minute. I think we got it under control, but I appreciate the gesture. Okay.
What are the odds of a Star Trek versus Star Wars movie?
Well,
I'm not sure about that.
as of now, 0, because unless it's like a 15-minute fan film that gets released on Vimeo underground or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, wait, we can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I love Chekhov, man. Anyway, the rights are owned for Star Trek are owned by CBS Paramount, and the rights for Star Wars are Lucasfilm Disney. So if and until one of those corporations buys the other one, or they come up with some sort of deal similar to the Sony deal, which I think the chances of that happening are like less than 1%, if that, in the next 10 to 15 years, if that. So it'd be really cool. I think what's more likely is a DC Marvel crossover film, because Warner Brothers is struggling right now, and Disney, they keep offering to buy up all the remaining properties. They own 60% of media in Hollywood right now. All right, let me eat. Let me continue my slice of pizza. Then I'll explain what happened to the car. I'm reading the rest of the chat. The Empire would win. I think we can really make a good Star Trek and good Star Wars, series of like fan shorts.
Yeah.
That's in the future. That's in the cards. 2020 goals, right? Or 2020 decade goals. After we get more established, but yeah. So what happened to the car? So I went to it's a 2002 Ford Explorer. My family was going to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, where my grandmother lives, and we were stopping by Nashville to visit another family friend, and we were on the way back, and we got 3 miles outside of Bucksnort, Tennessee, along I-40 highway, and it broke down. It had trouble before. We've done engine overhauls in the past, but it locked up. So we got a wrecker, and we came home in a rental car, and so we got a new car that is to replace the Explorer. So we're going to figure out what we want to do. We canceled insurance. We're moving titles around and all that good stuff. So long story short, we fixed it temporarily. So we'll see where that goes from there. White Elephant. I want 25% of the income since I put that idea in your head. Better deal than Disney. Hey, we can do some collabs. We can, do some crowdfunding. I actually do, in all seriousness, I do want to do crowdfunding for some of my future short films, because I feel like we're at the stage where, even though we're in a way still students, and I just graduated recently, but many of us are still going through the program. I feel like we have a decent amount of experience under our belts that we could still, we could do something like that on a small scale for a short, do some crowdfunding. So in the future, like I said, yeah, Star Wars and Star Trek shorts. Did that destroy my wallet? Kind of, yeah. But I'm recovering, so it's okay. I'm going to share the link to this live stream on my social media. Don't mind me. Uh-oh. Copyright claim? No, just kidding. Okay.
Did you get fun stuff for Christmas?
I did. I got a new Rode stereo microphone, super cardioid. It's a boom mic, so it's for filmmaking, and I also use it for some of our reviews that we do as like a backup. But it's a pretty it's not terribly expensive. It's a good quality mic, and so that was really it's been really fun to play with for the past few weeks, I guess. Got I collect Monopoly games. So I got a Monopoly, Avengers Monopoly. I got some movies and some just little small trinkets and stuff. I usually get the same things every year, but I don't mind because I'm pretty straightforward. I just have my list, and it's oftentimes just stuff that I need to upgrade my equipment or just stuff that's like at a necessity, like a calendar. But yeah, so we had a good Christmas, and I guess you did too, right?
I had a good Christmas.
Everybody in the chat, did you have a good Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate in December? Okay.
Got Gucci cologne. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's pretty good. What did you get?
Me?
Yeah.
I got. Well, here. Let me actually get it since it's right here.
Ooh.
I got a new camera.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sony Alpha 6100. It's a 4K mirrorless video camera that's good for filmmaking, and it is spectacular. It's a really good camera, really high quality. Sarah's lucky to have gotten that for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. That was basically all that I got, though.
Yeah.
So I'm not complaining, but
yeah. I think for my birthday, which is in June, I'm going to go ahead and commit to wanting to get a Switch, because at that point it will have been released for like almost 3 years.
Almost. I mean, the PS4's been out for forever. And
yeah.
It's still pretty expensive, though.
Yeah. Man, these companies, man, I tell you what. When do you go back to school? When do you go back to school? Because I've graduated, and she loves hearing me say that every day because, unfortunately, okay, you can take over.
I have to go back on the 21st. He doesn't, as he likes to tell me all the time.
It comes up in conversation.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. They're going to make a new one anyway, so.
Whoops.
Make a new PS4 anyway, and the new Xbox X Series that's coming out.
Here, do you approve of that picture?
Not at all.
Okay, let's take it again. That's why I asked.
Thank you for asking.
Okay. 3, 2.
Okay.
There we go. Didn't know I graduated. I graduated in December. Oh, you go back tomorrow. Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll get through it, I promise. Yeah. But no, I'm finished. I'd considered grad school for a hot minute, and I decided that that's not really the path that I wanted to go. So I'm good, because I have business ventures that I'm engaging in right now that are, earning me a pretty decent living for a right out of school kind of guy. Could be better, but
Last high school semester. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. What are your college plans, White Elephant?
There's quite a bit of lag going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is it?
I'm gonna restart the thing. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, still a little bit, but it's not as bad.
Okay. But the audio, I mean, if you listen to it, the audio should be okay. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why it's lagging. I guess my internet connection, we have Comcast high-speed internet. I don't know. Well, I apologize for any lag that anybody's experiencing. Oh, White Elephant's going on his 2-year mission. The Mormon Church, or Church of Latter-day Saints.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're going? Oh, probably not yet.
Yeah, you'll find out. Okay, what are the odds I go to Memphis? And I'll go to nursing school. Wow, could be coming to Memphis.
Maybe.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, I'm glad to hear there's no lag for you. Yeah. Well, good luck on your mission, and yeah, when you find out, you'll have to let us know if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Opening that snap. I need to share this on Snapchat. That's funny. Okay.
It's on my story.
It is?
Mhm.
Okay. Now teach me how to put something on my story that I guess I can just do. I'll do a video and then I need to put the text on it, I guess. with
Yeah.
the,
So if you have that link,
yeah.
so open it on your phone, or I can just send it to you, I guess.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll send it to you.
White Elephant says, I don't know where I'll go, but I hope it's somewhere cool or it's one of my chance to see the big world. Yeah, I really would love to travel to Japan just casually, as you do.
Yeah, as you do.
There are a lot of places I want to go. I want to see Europe. I just want to go places everywhere that I can. Okay, so chat here.
So.
Okay.
Copy.
And then now what?
Back. We'll do what you're gonna put on your story.
Okay. Inception. It's frozen. Yes, that is what I'm putting on my story. Inception. It's frozen. Yes, there we go. Inception.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, did it actually get on there?
Frozen. Wait. Hang on.
What happened?
I don't think it worked on mine.
Really?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. You keep an eye on chat.
Okay. Oh, it's there.
It's there?
Is that how that's supposed to work?
Yeah. Hit it. Wait.
No, damn it.
Oh, there it is. Hang on, the bottom. The bottom. No. Go back. There. It should have worked.
Okay.
Remove attachment. Yeah, okay, it's there. No.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. So it's there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My story. Okay. I don't know how Snapchat works half the time. I'm learning like everybody else is. Well, not everybody else. I'm learning. All right. Activity. 2020 is an election year and my first vote. White Elephant says. Also, I didn't mean to skip over. He wants to go to Denmark for vacation.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. That sounds amazing. doesn't have Snapchat. Am I missing much? I would say you're missing a little. It's a fun app. I use it. I actually mostly just text people, but I guess the big draw is you can send like short little videos to people. I hope I'm not preaching to the choir, but like just little like video texts that you send people that you can do stuff with, and it's fun. And they disappear after a set period of time, usually 24 hours. But
yeah,
when you play them once, I guess is it something in settings you can tell it to save longer than just the first time you watch it and then it's gone, I guess.
Your snaps?
Yeah.
Like the videos you send, no, it's only once unless you screenshot it.
Or yeah, you can save it, I guess, right?
Not videos that's sent to you.
Damn.
You can't save other people's videos. You can screenshot them. You can save your own videos.
Save your own videos that you send to other people.
And you can.
I think I saw you made some sort of documentary about technology.
Should I answer this?
Probably not, right? I try to actively avoid unknown numbers. So White Elephant is asking me about Teched Out. So yeah, like I said, if you go on my channel, you can watch the full thing. It's 12 minutes. You can watch at any point. If you want, watch it after this live stream is over. I would really appreciate it. Basically, the gist of it is I'm interviewing professors of engineering, philosophy, or psychology, computer science about trends in technology and how it relates to the human body. So merging biology with technology, which is called transhumanism, which is it's, some would say it's happening now, but it's like a theoretical path that humanity can take in the future where we become cyborgs, in the long term. So I asked them about, what they think about the concept, and are we seeing it happening now? Is it going to happen in the future? What would it look like? So it's kind of surface level because it's kind of like an introductory thing, but I'm really proud of how it turned out just from a filmmaking standpoint. I had a really good crew. Sarah was a huge help. She was a production assistant. She helped me edit it as well. And it was shot by my good friend Andrew Manning. And just everybody on the crew was spectacular. Nick Gare, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hey man, and Hoovian Music joining the chat. Q&A.
Q&A.
Yep. So like I said, this is our monthly Q&A live stream on Anim8orkid. Ask us anything about the channel, Star Wars, Star Trek, anything.
Movies.
Hey. Let's see. All right. Oh, White Elephant was saying you should have answered it so we could troll them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Next time. See, what's funny, what I used to do is I used to, like, whenever unknown numbers would call me, I would answer it in Japanese because I speak a little Japanese. Very, very little. Choto hanashite masu kedo, iwarui dane. Yeah, and so I would mess with them. I stopped doing that when I started like getting people calling me to offer me jobs, like real job, actual work, because you don't want to confuse people. But telemarketers definitely, and I would, in a heartbeat, I would do it again. I'll do it again. What does the title White Wolf mean? Watched the movie, but I missed what the title meant. That's a question I think Andrew himself could probably answer best. But my understanding, just in passing, I guess, is like wolf in sheep's clothing, something like that. That metaphor,
yeah,
where it's like the Republican candidate in that, for governor in that short film is pretending to be something that he's not.
Yeah.
And so is the campaign manager as well, which is a really interesting twist. But yeah, watch Teched Out and watch Andrew's other stuff too, and my other stuff.
Spider-Man. I'd put my own on Spider-Man.
Wait. Which question? All right, SpongeBob versus Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. Wonder Woman 1984. I haven't watched the trailer yet, believe it or not. So I've heard
I have either.
I've heard mixed reactions to it. So we'll give it a watch at some point. I don't want to watch it on stream because I swear a 2-minute video like that will get copyright claimed. I feel it in my bones.
What was the trailer? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I promise you, it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll watch it and see what we think about it. I like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it was basically Captain America, the first Avenger.
It wasn't my favorite, but I still enjoyed it.
It's better than a lot of the DC EU films. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Zyron the Gamer. I did not see that. The question they just asked. White Elephant is adding Triangulum Studios. Wonder Woman 1984 looks awesome. That's a reason why DC will surpass Marvel. At this point, I'm inclined to say you may be right. They may do that because they're getting better. And actually, I appreciate what they're doing by letting these directors, even for something like Aquaman, which was underwhelming for a lot of people, at least James Wan was making a James Wan film. So these directors are getting to make, films and carry out their own vision now. One could say that that's what Zack Snyder was doing, and I generally don't like how he's handled the like Superman and Batman and everything. But that is a strength of Warner Brothers, is that they let their directors actually make their own films. Whereas Marvel, Disney, even though a lot of those movies are really enjoyable, many of them run together and many of them are kind of bland and forgettable and studio products. So in terms of originality, well, maybe not originality.
A Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, in terms of creative vision, yeah, like the Dark Knight trilogy, which we need to watch again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least the first two. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warner Brothers DC is making a comeback, I would say. Okay, so Zyron the Gamer is recommending the anime. I need to add it to my list of anime that people have been telling me to watch for years. I'm not really a big watcher of anime, but I keep getting recommended all kinds of good stuff, so I'll add that to my list. Oh, Wonder Woman 1984, a reference to the George Orwell novel. Could be.
I'm not sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know. Maybe. That'd be really cerebral if they did something like that. Yeah. Absolutely right about the movies having improved. They're less politically woke as well, which will help them. Marvel announced they're making a transgender superhero movie. I'm not sure what hero that is. Here's my thing. I don't care about the politicizing and everything. If they make a good film, that's really all I care about,
Right.
And it's funny because Wonder Woman, for example, is. Would you say that Wonder Woman is a feminist movie? Because I don't think it is. It's a movie that has a strong woman as the protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that. So I see what you mean. As far as the woke stuff, I don't know. I just give a shit about the quality of the writing and the production value and everything that's put into it. So but I think we're on the same page about how DC is handling them better and they're improving. Yeah, Wonder Woman's not a feminist movie. While Elephants, yeah, I mean it depends on the definition for one thing. It's I don't know.
I mean, the definition of feminism is just
in flux these days and has been for decades.
It really is just women being treated as equals.
So in that sense, you could say it is. In the classic sense, yeah. So it's I don't know.
There are a few moments of it, but
yeah, it's a really solid film that has a protagonist that I liked, and I like that story, and she works well with the other characters around her. Yeah. much symbolism in Wonder Woman. That's true. But yeah, that oh yeah, Whovian music. Hello, fellow Trekkie. Hello and welcome. Hope you enjoy my Star Trek content. Check it out. Got some more Star Trek content coming your way in 2020. I've got a review of the Star Trek films that we just shot today that will be coming out in a few weeks, from the motion picture all the way through Star Trek Beyond, which we can talk about that a little bit because I really enjoyed watching those films again.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the transgender superhero. I'm curious which property that is. All I can say is, again, I hope the film itself is good, and if the transgender superhero character is compelling, I think that's the main thing that matters. One of the reasons that Captain Marvel didn't work as much for me is not that it's a female lead, as you know, it's that the character is boring and bland, and that movie was also bland and boring. Well, not too boring. I really liked actually her interactions with Sam Jackson on Earth, but yeah, it's not, if the film and the characters are handled well, it shouldn't matter what their identity is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
what's your favorite Trek movie?
Favorite Trek movie, Voyage Home.
Voyage Home.
The Voyage Home for both of us. That's the one with the whales, and yeah, I think it's the first Star Trek film that I ever saw, and it has immense rewatchability. The writing is witty. I really like, and the fact that it's a time travel movie is kind of almost secondary. But I mean, I like the films where they split the cast up and they go in different places and they have different little subplots that actually culminate into, the progression of the main story arc, which is how you write a film. So yeah, Voyage Home's my favorite. My second favorite is probably First Contact. Yeah. All right. Alice Eve in Star Trek. Yeah, that was very gratuitous. Yeah. Now, J.J. Abrams actually was on Ellen or Oprah or somebody a few years ago when that movie came out saying, well, there was a deleted scene where Khan was taking a shower, so look, it's equal. Yeah. No, that was gratuitous. And I normally don't complain about that stuff, but just objectively, it didn't need to be there. I don't know. That's the least of that movie's problems, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I like 3 for some reason. Oh, Star Trek 3.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. Yeah, no, I actually thought that was really solid. So I guess what we can do. Hold on, I want to make sure I don't skip over anybody's chat. Love the justification from JJ. Yeah, because that's wow. Yeah. Anyway, we can give our, I guess, broad, opinions or perspectives on the Star Trek films. Obviously, like I said, we shot a review that it's like 30 plus minutes long, where we go in depth about each film. No, actually, that one was like an hour. I don't know. Just forget about it. But
you'll see it when it comes out.
You'll see it when it comes out. But yeah, so motion picture, yeah, pretty solid. It's slow, but for the time, it's really groundbreaking. A lot of the special effects still look really, really good. Some of them don't, but it was the 70s, but yeah, a very, again, cerebral, as Chris Pine said, he doesn't think that a cerebral Star Trek film can be made in today's day and age, and
I think he's
kind of right about that. And that's not him knocking it. He's just saying, like, that's the reality, that's the landscape that we live in, the filmmaking landscape. Really good. The performances are kind of stiff, but yeah, it's a pretty solid entry. Wrath of Khan, iconic. Search for Spock, solid. I enjoyed that. Not my favorite, of course, but still pretty good. Voyage Home's my favorite. We skipped Star Trek 5. You shouldn't have to ask why. Okay. Star Trek 6, pretty good. On the subject of sci-fi movies, TV shows, I think that the writing in the new Doctor Who season is meant to be inspirational, and it doesn't work.
I'm used to love Doctor Who, but I haven't seen any with the new Doctor. From what I've seen, she looks okay, but I haven't seen anything from this new season.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I just work here. I haven't watched any Doctor Who since. I think I watched a little bit when Capaldi was on there, but mostly just David Tennant, and then I stopped after that. But very just off and on, and it was years ago, so I don't really remember much about it. I think that a Star Wars movie, this is from White Elephant, a Star Wars movie that I want to see is a spinoff where a bad guy gets midichlorians and injects them in his army, and the heroes have to take on a force-sensitive army at the end. All due respect, I never want to hear the word midichlorians ever again. But I take your point. So a force-sensitive army, that'd be really cool. And I wish they'd given Finn more to do in these films because they were teasing that he was force-sensitive, Yeah,
since the beginning.
And
for me, anyway.
They had to backpedal to make it impossible to do that again. I think it would be nice so that way we don't see Death Star tech. That is a good point because... Star Killer base, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that was just a plot device. But again, I see your point and I agree with it. So, Negro is the username that person has. And you got me. Anyway, hi, can I have a shout out? Love your videos. Thank you. That was interesting.
Here, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Do you need more water? What do you want?
I'd like some Coke, actually. That Coke.
That kind of Coke.
Yeah, that too. And when you get back, I'll take our plates down. Give and take here. I think they ruined Luke. Are you speaking about? If you're speaking about episode 8, or I guess the new trilogy. I don't think they ruined Luke because that was one of the big complaints that I heard a lot of people, early on when Last Jedi came out a couple years ago, that they didn't like the direction that Rian Johnson took Luke's character, and when Sarah gets back, she can expound upon that as well. Her thoughts on that. I think the broad strokes of what they did with Luke are okay. I don't like how he was written in episode 8. I will give you that. And again, Rian Johnson's not a bad director. He directed some of the best episodes of Breaking Bad, which is one of the best TV series that has ever been made. And he's he's not a hack. He knows what he's doing. He just wrote a fanfic that got, $200 million put behind it. And now here we are. Do you think they ruined lightsabers in the sequel trilogy? I don't know. Again, that's more of a Sarah question. My opinion, I came into Star Wars very late. The first time I saw A New Hope was like a few months before Force Awakens came out because I wanted to catch up on the original trilogy before I watched The Force Awakens. I have not seen... I've seen The Phantom Menace. I have not seen the other prequel movies. I don't like them. I didn't like The Phantom Menace. I thought it was pretty bad. But as far as lightsabers go, I don't know. I'm okay with them doing new stuff just in general. I like the new Force stuff that they did. There's some Star Wars questions that you're more qualified to answer than I am.
Well, I'll have to wait a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, I don't think they ruined lightsabers. Trilogy started well. It was a dark vibe. The next one was a comedy movie. Yeah, you're not that wrong. Yeah, I did not really like the writing in episode 8. I think having seen, all of the films together, I think that, and this is something that Sarah and I talk about in our review that should be coming out in a few days. I think Johnson did a better job with handling the themes in episode 8 than the writers of episode 9 did. Episode 9 is a jumbled mess in terms of writing. I still, for those joining now who didn't hear me say this before, I still like The Rise of Skywalker better than The Last Jedi, but only slightly so, and that opinion may change over time. The first 2 hours of the episode 8 are just boring to me. I like the third act, and that's a similar criticism that I have for Rogue One. I really like Rogue One, but it's mostly the third act that I like about that movie, and the first 2 acts are just meh. But I really didn't like the rise of Johnson, the last Johnson. Yeah, I didn't really care too much for it, but I'm actually coming to appreciate it more as time goes on. Especially, and even when I was watching it, I liked what they were doing with Rey and Kylo, and Luke, actually. So I don't think they ruined Luke. How in the name of How in the name of Yoda can a sci-fi guy go solo without seeing New Hope? Yeah, there are a lot of movies that I have not seen, or that I took a while to see. It's just I just didn't watch them until I was 17 years old. Sorry. I love them. I'm still more of a Star Trek guy, but yeah, that is a good question. Why did it take me so long? It just did, and stuff like that happens in life, I guess. But I've seen them now, so it's okay. Can Raylo be a thing? I don't know, man. I just work here. I actually didn't mind that aspect of Rise of Skywalker, like the kiss and everything. I thought they mostly earned it, honestly. I thought it was fine. When Sarah gets back, she'll give her opinion on some of these movies. Or some of these questions that you lovely people are asking. And again, I appreciate everybody keeping the chat lively. I've been talking for hours and hours today. We started filming the reviews at like 3 p.m. Central Time, and we shot, like I said, the Star Wars review. We shot our Star Trek marathon review, and I still haven't finished giving my opinion on the Star Trek films, but I've been talking for 4 straight hours. Don't worry. Keep asking questions. I'm committed. I'm just letting you know I've been talking for 4 straight hours, and I plan to continue doing so. All right. We have a visitor, and it's a furry visitor. Oh, wait. She wants to go back out.
You want to go back out?
Have you been keeping up with me?
I heard. What? I don't know. Hang on a second.
Here. Do you want to come in or go out?
I'll let her out in a second. Hang on. I have to sit down. Come here.
Come here. Come here, Miko.
Come here.
Spock's brain is my favorite, I guess, episode.
Wait a second. You've seen A New Hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question was, how come I didn't watch it until I was 17?
You didn't watch until you were 17?
Da 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 da.
I didn't know you waited that long to see it.
I just didn't watch it until I was 17. But I'm 21 now. I'm 21 and a half.
You're trying to defend yourself. All right. What did I miss?
Okay. So the questions: did they ruin Luke, and did they ruin lightsabers in the new trilogy?
No to both.
Okay. Can you expound upon
Do I need
that?
to elaborate?
Elaborate on that.
I don't think they ruin lightsabers. How would they ruin lightsabers?
I don't know.
Okay. I do not think they ruin lightsabers, and I don't think I've got toys older than you. Oh, you're older than Probably, yeah. But no, I don't think they ruined either. Honestly, I liked Kylo Ren's lightsaber being a reflection of himself, being really unstable and volatile, and not neat at all. It's got wiring all over it, and I think the direction they took with Luke was interesting because I didn't like it at first. It took me a while to get used to it. Nico, don't do that. You want to go out? Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah. I'm back.
I didn't want to be in.
God, life comes at you fast, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Get a little doorstop here. So, yeah, no to both.
No to both.
Hmm.
But that's just me.
I've got toys older than you, says Wing It Productions. Nice roast. Oh, yeah, I'm so young. All I can do is vote and drink alcohol. I can't rent a car,
Can't
though.
rent a car yet. But,
chin. Here we go now.
no, I don't think they ruined either.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I already gave lengthy responses
to
both, and I said I did not like how Luke was written in episode 8, but I think the broad strokes of what they did with his character were felt natural.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, for example, some of the specific dialogue that he delivers in episode 8, the fact that he throws the lightsaber over the cliff, that's fucking stupid in my opinion. I don't know where that came from. So yeah. And then lightsabers. I don't know how they would have ruined lightsabers. I don't know what that means. No offense. I just don't know what does that mean? They were there. And I
think maybe because there was an abundance of them. They created a new color, which you're only supposed to be 3 colors for a lightsaber.
I don't give a crap about that kind of stuff.
Wow. Well, you should answer it.
Was that harsh?
Hmm?
Was that harsh, what I just said?
Mm-mm.
All right, because I don't.
Maybe, yeah. No.
Yeah. If that was harsh, I apologize, but I don't care how many colors are supposed to be. I don't know the difference. It's just a movie to me that's what I'm watching these for, is judge them as films. And yeah. Some of them pass and fail in different respects. A lightsaber is supposed to cut a dude's head off, but in the sequels they just slice crap. Oh, because of the PG-13 rating, I guess.
Oh, that's the only reason. They lightsabers are supposed to be able to cut through basically anything. So yeah,
even in the prequels though, they kind of ruin lightsabers in that way.
Well, in the first one, they didn't use to cauterize stuff.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Made them less violent, I guess. Disney
Wars. That's why.
So maybe in that sense.
In that sense.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Thanks, Disney. I didn't finish ranking the Star Trek films. So, all right. Just a quick recap. Motion picture, slow but good. Wrath of Khan, iconic. Search for Spock, solid. Voyage Home, favorite. Final Frontier, we don't talk about it. Undiscovered Country, I liked it. Another pretty solid one. Probably the third best of the original series films. And then the next gen films, Generations, I actually liked on rewatch. It's got stuff going on in it. It's pretty interesting. I appreciate it more these days, even though it's an odd numbered film. First Contact, again, it's probably my second or third favorite Star Trek film. One of my favorite films in general. It's really solid. Insurrection. I actually couldn't. I talked about this in the review. I couldn't finish it. I was just bored with it. It's not bad. It's just boring. Nemesis, terrible movie that I liked as a kid, but now that I'm older and understand the weight of what's going on, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Star Trek 2009, one of my favorites as well. Pretty good. Again, it's a different feel. It's more action stuff. Star Trek Into Darkness, didn't really care for it, even when I saw it. Well, I liked it when I saw it, but I knew it was inferior. Star Trek Beyond, really good.
Very good.
Really good film.
Very underrated.
Very severely underrated.
Because I have never... Oh, man. Okay, so I just looked that up and watched it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Uhura's dance trap in Final Frontier. Yeah. Yeah, between that, the crappy non-ILM special effects, the all the God stuff, Cybok, the Levi's product placement, the anti-gravity boots that
Spock's boots.
Spock uses to talk to Kirk and Mount whatever in Yosemite.
In Yosemite. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Nay. What are we talking about?
I don't remember.
I think we've run out of things to talk about, but
ask us more questions.
Keep them coming. Yeah, ask some more questions, people. We're not going anywhere. We can keep this going for another hour. Why not?
You heard it here.
Yeah. Ask me things.
So aggressive.
Why aren't more people liking this? Yeah, I see we have some people coming in and out of the stream. If you're just now joining us at this late hour, this is Anim8orkid at night. And this is our monthly Q&A live stream. And we're answering questions about anything. It's an Ask Me Anything. Ask us about the channel, the state of the channel, Star Trek, the latest Star Wars movie, anything. Ooh-wee. Oh, Rick and Morty. Let's talk about Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is nice.
I don't think we've really
ever talked about
Rick and Morty. So I started watching Rick and Morty last year. I caught up because the new season came out and I wanted to, know what was going on. So Sarah and I watched everything. I think we started watching we watched the pilot at Stewart's because he just wanted to show everybody the goodness that is Rick and Morty.
Because a few of us had seen it.
Yeah.
And most of you guys hadn't.
Yeah, Cassidy and I had not seen it. Had Noelle?
I don't think Noelle saw it. I've seen it either.
Huh. I thought she did, but maybe not.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Long ago.
That was long ago when we were doing our Twilight commentaries. For those of you desperately wanting context at this very moment, the reason that I uttered that word Twilight is because you may or may not know this, but a few months ago I released a video originally on this channel, but I had to take it down because it got blocked for copyright. So I put it on my second channel, Augustus Clearwater. Is Twilight commentary. It's like 5 or 6 of us, watching the first Twilight movie and making fun of it. And it's actually really hilarious to watch. It's like it's so good, so bad it's good kind of thing. Then we watched the other 4.
They're not that same kind of funny.
No, they're just boring.
They're like super, super serious and not enjoyable to sit through at all. And thinking about editing those together makes me want to cry.
We have 8.5 hours plus of footage to go through. Mostly of us just sitting and staring blankly at the screen. So maybe it won't be too hard.
Well, I fell asleep.
All of us fell asleep. I fell asleep. And I was the one that was recording everything. So, yeah. But Valentine's Day 2020, the rest of the saga. Yeah.
Height of romance.
Oh, God. Wing It Productions. Did you list your favorite original 79? What does that mean? Is that a typo? Or am I just misunderstanding what the question is? Yeah, sorry about that. Just want a little clarification. Because I will answer the question. I don't have any opposition to answering the question. I just want to know what the question is.
Sorry.
Oh, is he talking about the my favorite Star Trek film being the 1979 film? Because I think it's not my favorite. I guess here we go. It's from worst to best. Oh, it's so hard. Okay, let's just do it.
Yeah, just start with best. That'd be easier.
Best. I say I can't. I need to write it down.
for Star Trek, Voyage Home.
I know, but I'm talking about like ranking all of the films. I can't do it off the top of my head. I need to write it down.
Oh, all of them.
But in terms of the original series, Voyage Home is my favorite. Then Wrath of Khan, Undiscovered Country, 79 motion picture, Search for Spock. Actually, those two are interchangeable. They're both tied for fourth. The
TV show.
Yeah. Okay, Star Trek. Okay, I don't have a favorite episode.
Trouble with Tribbles.
Trouble with Tribbles.
That's my favorite, easily.
I'll go with that. No, I've seen all of the Star Trek episodes of Star Trek at least once. Obviously, many of them more than once. That's kind of my job,
right?
In the very, very literal sense, which is amazing. But yeah, no, my favorite series is Deep Space Nine. Of the originals, I can't pin down one episode. I can get into almost any of the original series episodes that were, if they come on TV, I'm like, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody in the chat watch Epic Rap Battles of History? That's something else.
Star Wars is fake. Thank you. It wasn't.
They're actors. Thank you, Jim Smith.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Is that for us? Is that for everybody else? See, I don't know. Jim Smith, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Please don't say Revenge of the Sith.
No, Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones.
Do it. Kill him.
No, shoot. They watch Epic Rap Battles of
Epic Rap Battles of History.
The Last Jedi. That's fair.
Last Jedi. Yeah, again, I am really, really kind of coming around on that film, Last Jedi. There's a lot to appreciate in it, and I'm really coming around on it. Search for Spock is the most dated. Would you? I don't know. It's forgettable. So
I think that's the most forgettable one for me.
Yeah,
honestly. And
I don't think it's bad either. It's directed by Leonard Nimoy, who directed the next one, Voyage Home, which is my favorite. Luke got gay. What does that fucking mean? Anyway.
Hello, Cat C. Hasn't shown up yet.
Hello. Yeah, there's a just showing up on her chat before it does on mine. Thank you. Hello. Welcome to our Q&A live stream, monthly Q&A live stream. Ask us anything about the channel, Star Trek, new Star Wars movie, anything. Movies. I feel like we're jumping all over the place. So yeah, Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Rick and Morty is really good. You should watch it. It was very easy to catch up on because there's like 10 episodes per season and they're like 20 minutes and there's only 4 seasons and the 4th one is still airing. So it's very easy to catch up on. We did it in a matter of days, honestly.
Yeah. It felt like, we just If you
We
binge
just-
it,
we binged it.
We did binge it.
We did. Wing It Productions says Force Awakens is the worst. I totally disagree.
Yeah.
I really do. I again, it's my third favorite out of all of them. And yeah, it is a retread of A New Hope, but as we explain in our review, we find that's one of its strengths. Honestly, you know, that's why you can sit and enjoy it. So yeah, no, I don't. I really liked it.
Find this
camera. Are you going to watch the new Breaking Bad movie? I did. I watched El Camino. I'm assuming they're talking about, and it was really good. Aaron Paul is one of the best working actors today, and it's solid. So for any Breaking Bad fans that haven't seen it, watch El Camino. You will not regret it. And Jesse Plemons is in it as Todd, one of the one of the best mid-level bosses in the game. Isn't Rick and Morty like Back to the Future? Well, I guess the characters are kind of, you know, parodies of Doc Brown and Marty McFly, but Rick Sanchez is Morty's grandfather, and they go on space adventures. They go to alternate dimensions. They go to different planets, and it's rated TVMA, and it's really good.
Definitely not for kids.
Definitely not for kids. No, it's not a. It's well, it airs on Adult Swim, so you know you should figure.
There's still the misconception that cartoons are for kids, though.
Yeah, it's really good.
How much do we hate the Sonic movie?
The Sonic movie? Well, it hasn't come out yet.
So we can't hate it yet.
We can't hate it yet. The new design is better. I'll give them that. And it looks like Jim Carrey's having fun in the role of Eggman, whatever. I don't know.
Eggman.
Yeah.
Eggman. Mr. Eggman.
Yeah. Dr. Eggplant.
I don't know Sonic.
Yeah. Robotnik. Yeah. Where did I get Eggman?
I don't know.
Is that a thing? Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be terrible. Hold on, there's some more questions I haven't gotten to yet. Isn't Rick and Morty... Okay, I'm still on season 3. It got a bit boring. I feel like season 2 is probably my favorite of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And I'm liking season 4 so far. I think it's a good departure from season 3 in terms of the writing. I think its episodes in retrospect are going to be judged as being probably weaker than the season, like season 2. Season 2 is just, you know, really solid. Cartoons are for kids, anime is for adults. It's not that clear cut.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of anime that's made for kids, but I guess it would be anime cartoons like Dragon Ball and that kind of stuff, right? Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball's, I mean, for kids.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball's, I mean, yeah, young adults, teenagers probably. I don't know.
Force Awakens hurt my DNA. I look forward to your review. Thanks. Well, it'll be yeah. I mean, you're getting an early access to our opinions on that film in a long format. So we'll expand upon that. But yeah, we both really like it. So you'll understand why, and we obviously give context to our enjoyment of that film. It's not perfect by any means, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was also the first time we had seen it in years, and we just enjoyed watching it. And so you'll see in our review when we talk about that, and how the other films color our opinion of that. Same thing with action figures and adult collections. You just watch.
Oh, God.
Look up there. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, that is all. I just wanted to help illustrate your point. You're welcome. Look at it. No, but seriously. All right. Does anybody want to do some duos on Fortnite later?
No,
I don't,
thank you.
I don't play Fortnite, but I don't think you will find any shortage of young people who are interested in playing that. I'm not going to say 12-year-olds because that's a stereotype, even though it's true, anecdotally.
Bye, Triangulum Audio. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. Glad you could catch it. Catch stream again. Generally these will be on the first Sunday of the month. I'll try and get the word out. And yeah, thanks for joining us. And thanks for asking great questions. And we'll see you next month. Bye. What else?
Y'all like J.J. Abrams? My opinion.
We have mixed feelings about J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. We just watched a video earlier that's kind of really explaining the problem with his kinds of films.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's why it's doing that.
Oh, we kind of fixed it.
Yeah. So about what just happened, my laptop screen has been falling apart for 2 years. I need to glue it back. Continue.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
J.J. Abrams. A video about the problem with his films. Yeah.
All plot and no scenes.
So this is by
Just Right.
And
very good channel. Go check it out.
Yeah. Go watch the video. I guess that like his newest one.
Mm-hmm. It should come up if you search for it.
Just a quick overview of what he's talking about. So a scene, as he defines it, is two characters that have a conflict that gets resolved, which propels the overall plot of the story. Plot is stuff happening all at once. Get the thing, get the MacGuffin, then we got to go talk about get the thing at the other planet, and just keep going. Just got to go fast, like Indiana Jones.
Like Mission Impossible.
Like Mission Impossible, which J.J. Abrams also directed. But yeah, so I appreciate a lot of stuff in his films. I like the first Star Trek film that he directed. I didn't really like Into Darkness, mostly because of it didn't have any substance, and it was just a retread of Wrath of Khan, and not in a good way. It was just manipulative. But yeah, and Force Awakens, again, you heard how much we love that film. But yeah, generally speaking, so his problem, JJ's problem, is it's not his directing. His directing is actually really creative and in some ways revolutionary for the modern age. He can take, like, as this YouTuber was talking about, boring exposition and turn it into interesting to watch shots. And a lot of that is due to his cinematographer, Dan Mendel, that he works with on a lot of these films. But it's, he knows how to work the camera. He knows how to direct. It's the writing that gets in the way.
Yeah.
And the whole mystery box thing, it's a gimmick, and it works kind of. It worked for The Force Awakens, but the problem is they didn't have a roadmap, and that's not entirely JJ's fault, but it partially is his fault that they didn't have a roadmap for how the rest of the Star Wars trilogy would pan out. And then, of course, Into Darkness has its own host of problems. I haven't seen Super 8. I haven't watched any of the Mission Impossible films.
Me neither. But I really enjoed Super 8 when I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah. And it's generally regarded as being a good film, I guess. So
yeah. I'll add that to the list.
Yeah.
Of stuff we have to watch.
All right. Project Revolution added you, Jim.
Oh, talking about Fortnite.
Yeah. Good deal. See, I told you would find some players. Making friends. Style over substance. Yeah. Looks like, yeah, style over substance is a good way to put it. The style's great.
But you have to have substance.
So his films always look really good.
To make a good, compelling, emotional movie.
Agreed. So that's J.J. Abrams. All right, now moving on to Epic Rap Battles of History. The main reason I mentioned it, I'm loving season 6 so far. I feel like it's their best work in years, honestly. And Yeah, we were listening to all the new songs on Spotify and watching the videos over and over again. And yeah, so what's your favorite epic rap battle, people in the chat? Favorite season 6 episode and favorite episode from the previous seasons. My favorite so far is of season 6, probably the Joker battle, Joker versus Pennywise. That, well, I won't say it came out of nowhere. It was suggested by the fans, as all of them are, and it was actually voted overwhelmingly by the ERB Patreon to be one of the battles that they made this season. And they luckily they turned it into an actual battle instead of their side series flash in the pan hip hop conflicts of nowadays, which is the just where it's just Pete and Lloyd in the studio without any costumes and they just do like one take.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Favorite season 6 episode. That I really enjoyed the comedians battle. I really enjoyed the Steve Irwin versus Jacques Cousteau. Obviously Thanos versus Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Was Che Guevara? That wasn't this season, was it?
Che Guevara. Yeah.
That was this season.
That was this season. My favorite of all time is the Philosophers Battle, and it's not even close. It's supreme. It's what they do best at its best, and it's just showcases their talent, not only creatively in terms of production, music, and visuals, but even though the lighting is not consistent because the shadows are flipped from what they're supposed to be based on where the position of everything is. That's just a technical thing. It's not like they're making a real Hollywood movie, but no, it's one of the best songs. The beat is awesome. The knowledge on display they obviously did their research, as they do for every battle. It's perfect, almost perfect. All right, wing it. Hayek versus Keynes. And if you don't like that, you did. Okay, you do like that. Okay. I'm going to say if you don't like that, we'll have a difference of opinion. That'll be fine. But yeah, Hayek is too conservative for me, whereas Keynes, even though Keynes wasn't right about everything, his models are better at predicting, or they're generally speaking, like modern economic theory. Even when Reagan was in office, he used Keynesianism to help rebuild the military sector. Keynesianism also advocates for deficit spending, and that is part of what got us out of the Great Recession, the Great Depression before that. It guides, economic theory in the modern developed world way more than Hayek. And of course, Hayek inspired, obviously, Ayn Rand and the libertarian wing of governments in the West. But yeah, I'm more of a Keynes guy just because I think, like I said, Hayek is too libertarian and conservative for my taste. Classical economics is not, or classical liberal economics just doesn't work as well as when you need government intervention in the economy to some extent. You just do. You need them to be able to invest in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and obviously all those policy decisions. Keynes was more concerned with macroeconomics and the Federal Reserve and the international monetary fund and Bretton Woods and that kind of thing. So his biggest failing was Keynesianism being unable to figure out how to deal with the stagflation in the 70s, which was rising inflation and rising unemployment occurring at the same time. That was unprecedented. And I feel like the fact that we responded to that with supply side economics is one of the biggest mistakes of the past 40 years. And hopefully we're going to see a reversal of that soon. Check me out. My economic knowledge. I actually took politics of the global economy at university. And so many of this is stuff that I wouldn't have known a couple years ago. So
right.
Public school. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, public school. And you did not have the same experience as I did.
No.
You went to private school.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had gone to public school.
See, heard it from here. I mean, somebody that went.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just kind of, people like, there's some people who just shill for private schools and think they're better. They're really not. They're tailor made for the rich in our society, and that leads to a two-tiered system where you have rich, wealthy private schools that are very restrictive of their who they let in, whereas the public schools get underfunded because they're based on property taxes, which is one of the weirdest things that we do in this country. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why like primary and secondary education funding is based on property taxes. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster, because obviously in the poorer areas you're going to have underfunded schools. So yeah, when somebody said that went through the private system says they wish they'd gone to public school, that tells you a lot about private schools. And
I feel like I overpaid for a general education. It was not heightened. It sounds like the school you went to had you learned more there than I did at mine.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's tailor made for the rich. So all the rich, racist, bigoted, highly concentrated white populace was there. And there is the section in this school. There was a section of people who were popular, who liked high school, and the people who were not. And the people who were popular in high school, that was their peak. So
yeah, it generally is that way. Wing It says, y'all think homeschooling is a mistake?
It depends.
It depends. It really does depend. I feel like it's a case by case situation. I think, personally, having gone through the public school system, did it prepare me for college? I don't know. I'm a film major, so.
Oh, I was not prepared.
Yeah,
I was not prepared.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it really just depends on the program. Because it's, like you said, case by case.
Yeah.
Because I've known good homeschooled programs and some really bad ones.
Yeah. But I almost went to a private university. It would have been like an art school. I applied to three private art schools. And
sorry, I'm laughing at the yuck white people.
Yeah. Man, white people, am I right? No, but seriously, I applied to 3 private art schools and 1 public university, the University of Memphis. And guess which one I ended up going to? The University of Memphis. Even though I fortunately got accepted to those. It was Ringling in Florida, which is a really big film school. SCAD in Georgia, which is Savannah College of Art and Design, which is where a lot of animators and people come from. And then Watkins Film School is a small private film school in Nashville, Tennessee. And I was seriously considering Watkins for a very long time. The price tag was not the only factor. It was, I didn't, I would have had to move to a new city, didn't know anybody there. Everybody I knew was going to Memphis. Memphis was going to be more accessible. I wouldn't have to live in a dorm. And I've met so many people at, having gone to the University of Memphis that I wouldn't change anything about it. I really wouldn't. And I feel like I got a decent film education. I feel like, if I'm being honest, the actual film schools that are tailored towards that, are, maybe would have given more access to like, the Hollywood track or the Atlanta track, especially with SCAD. So more job opportunities, but we're getting work here in Memphis. It's not the same kind of work that we would be getting in Atlanta and Hollywood, but it's, it pays the bills. And it's, it's like, web stuff. Like I did an event for Facebook last year. I worked with VH1. I'm getting work, and we're all getting work. And so, yeah. And the film program at the University of Memphis, for anybody who is looking at that, I would say consider it, especially if you live here. But even if you don't, it's, we've got good professors. We have a lot of high quality equipment and resources. Again, not the top tier, but I'm impressed with the way it's gone. And a lot of really interesting classes. Hopefully we'll be getting you guys will be getting a new film professor soon.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
Shush, Boomer. Boomer talk, and then talk. Boomer talk backwards.
Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. Oh God.
Man, white people, am I right?
Oh yeah.
But no, White Station High School is the high school that I went to in Memphis, and it was very diverse, and there is still kind of a two-tiered system there with the wealthy. I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, but like the wealthier, richer families have a different experience than the poor families, even though it's a public school. It's not as bad as a private system because in the public school it's based on academic performance, and so you do have a mixture. You have more diversity where people that come from diverse backgrounds can have the same opportunities provided they have the good grades. And getting good grades in high school is important because a lot of colleges offer academic scholarships that are pretty hefty. If you get A's and B's in your classes, you can it'll pay off. And so that's why you should, even though a lot of high schoolers obviously feel like it's not worth it, if you do want to go to college and if that's the life path that you see yourself going down, put in the effort. It may suck now. It will. I mean, high school is high school. It's obviously no cakewalk. It's no walk in the park. It's not fun most of the time. Now, luckily, we had enough like extracurricular stuff that we did. Here comes the cat.
It's a different one.
It's a different one this time. Subscribe to my channel. Maybe we'll work together in the near future. Doing that right now. I am doing that right now. I'm going to subscribe to Wing It Productions.
Should I shut the door?
Yeah, I guess. Man. Ooh. I've been talking for 5 hours now. I'm not complaining, I promise.
Oh, yeah? I know. Yeah, I know.
Done. Wing It Productions. Subscribe. Yeah. We have, like I said before, we have some Star Trek and Star Wars, fan concepts for fan content that we'd like to produce, short films or fan stuff, whatever. So yeah, some collaborations in the future. I definitely see that on the horizon.
Your cats are killing me.
These cats, man. I swear. Ooh. Oh. All right. Hour 44 going strong. Yeah. Just want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's joined us so far. Thanks for coming and asking some interesting questions and making this a lively discussion. The fact that a new Star Wars movie has come out, it helps, I think, gives us something to talk about. Yeah. And again, anybody wondering, the green screen is, we just filmed earlier today, Star Wars sequel trilogy review that will be coming out soon, and Star Trek films franchise review that will be coming out after that. We still have a review of the films that we saw at Indie Memphis Film Festival 2019, which was 2 months ago, that we haven't put out yet. But hold on, let me check and see when.
How was October?
Well, late October, early November.
Yeah.
So, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. When does that come out? In Clemency. When does that come out? Portrait de la Fille. Okay, it came out in December. If we do that, we need to get on it soon. Clemency movie that came out in December. Little Joe came out in December. Yeah, okay. So we're about a month out from when most of these, or less, from when most of these are being released. So that's not too bad. Taking some time to stretch, play with the cat. Man, my neck. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Making cat noises. Wing It Productions. Y'all know any Lara Croft types that would like to work in Roswell, New Mexico? I'm afraid not. Yeah, I know some actors that work here, but they're local, and I don't know what their thing is about working out of town. Yeah. Is this for a fan production? I presume. I would like to visit Roswell. What's it like to live where the aliens? God, I can't even finish the sentence. It's so absurd. Not my name joining us in the chat. What's going on? Yeah, we've been answering questions about Rise of Skywalker for the most part. We've also been talking about Star Trek and some other stuff. So yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could be here. We're not going anywhere. We'll probably wind down in a little bit here because we just got through shooting, like I said, 2 hour-long movie reviews or movie marathon reviews earlier in the day. So I've been talking for 5 straight hours. My voice, I'm getting hoarse. How about the cat? How's the cat? The cat's doing well. I don't know if that answers your question, man. But yeah, monthly Q&A live stream. Ask us anything about the channel, Star Wars, Star Trek, anything, movies. I need some more. I need some water. I'm getting dehydrated.
You need water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go get it?
You mean to get? I'll get it.
Okay. I'll finish this.
And you can keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm good.
I'll take back the comfortable seat. Oh. No, cat's doing great.
I'm back again. What did I miss? Oh, Wing It Productions. Peaced out.
Oh,
Thanks for joining, and I really appreciate all the fun questions. I enjoyed talking about this stuff, and yeah, see you next time.
I let her out.
She probably wants out. I'll do it. You can stay there. There we go. What do you say we wrap this up in about 10 minutes? Because I'm getting kind of hoarse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We've been
We've been going
active all day.
We have been. This has been a really busy day. This has been the busiest production day in
a minute.
I want to say months for us. Because
for the channel, for what?
Well, yeah, definitely for the channel. But you helped. I'm also taking into account some of these short films that we worked on. You know.
Oh yeah. For
Andrew's channel.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, I'll have to drop some links in the chat, or you know what? Never mind. Just go check out Teched Out, my documentary that released on my channel. It's one of my most recent videos. It's 12 minutes long. It's about science and technology, transhumanism, and I had a lot of fun making it. It was let's see, how many months did it take? Almost an 8-month process from start to finish, and it was really fun. So go check that out, please, and I hope you enjoy it. Go check out Andrew Manning's channel. He's one of the people on the sidebar, my friends of the channel on my homepage. He shot the film, and we helped out with some production work on his most recent projects for his acting class. So you get to see him act, and also some of the things that he directed for that class. And yeah, as far he and I are the only ones that have YouTube channels that we actually upload stuff on out of our immediate friend group.
Yeah.
Well, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie does. Davier.
Yeah, and Davier. Davier Holmes. Go check him out. He's also my sidebar. Kenzie K. Mackenzie. He narrated Teched Out. He does gaming videos. Go check him out. Davier does short films and vlogs. He's in a lot of my stuff. He's in my demo reel, which you can also watch. And Lewis, who I actually just got through helping, he's working on a new album now, so I helped him record some demo stuff for that yesterday. So go check that out. And yeah. All right. Well, let's see. You want to wind down, I guess. You want to wind down. I feel like we're at a natural stopping point. I guess, yeah.
We'll call it
a stream. So we'll give people a minute to get any last minute questions. But yeah, we're about to peace out ourselves just because we're both exhausted. It's been a long day for us, but thank you for joining us, obviously. And I'm glad that we could still come on here. I feel like late Sunday afternoon is a pretty good time to come on stream. A lot more people are active, it seems like. So yeah, we'll definitely be back in February. And, maybe if we have more time, maybe we can do some just random live streams, in the middle of the month, just, because there, no reason to limit ourselves, but I feel like we've been consistent with this. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Hope everybody had a good holiday season. Safe and productive 2020 ahead.
Yeah.
And for all of us.
No wars.
No world wars, please. Nobody start any world wars while we're gone. Yeah, check out, like I said, all my links in the channel. My recent stuff, Teched Out, my demo reel. Go check out Andrew. All the people on my recommend or my sidebar, friends of the channel. go check them out, give them likes on their content. My merch store, teespring.com/store/Orange River Productions. You can visit that. It's on my banner, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's on my banner as well. My website, orangeriverproductions.com. Contact me for any production or post-production services. I work mostly in Memphis. So if you have any business inquiries, you can contact me on there, on the contact page on YouTube and on my website. Patreon. Visit Patreon if you want to support us at patreon.com/Anim8orkid. Great way to help out the channel. And I feel like that's about it. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Didn't say next month, next time.
Next time.
All right, here we go. It's George Carlin.
Bad dog
Snarlin. Was born in the Bronx, brought up in Harlem.